Tonight, we start the bulletin with a landmark ruling where the High Court in Nairobi ruled that homosexuality is and remains illegal in Kenya. A three-judge bench upheld the law criminalizing gay sex, stating that the proponents did not prove violation of their rights. Brian Okoth reports.
Dealing with wickedness today. Wickedness in this case is not a human being, my father.
It is a petition that had the continent's and global attention on Kenya. Tens of gay rights activists made their way to Milimani law courts for a date with destiny. As three High Court judges, Chacha Mwita, John Mativo and Roslina Burili, rendered a verdict on a case filed by the National Gay and Lesbian Human Rights Commission. The High Court bench quashed the petition and unanimously declined to decriminalize homosexuality in Kenya.
It is common ground that during the constitution-making process, the issue of same-sex marriage was one of the issues raised, discussed, and a recommendation was made outlawing same-sex marriage.
The judges held that Section 162A and Part C of Kenya's Penal Code was emphatic on the legality of same-sex unions. The law states, and I quote, "Any person who has carnal knowledge of any person against the order of nature or permits a male person to have carnal knowledge of him or her against the order of nature is guilty of a felony and is liable to imprisonment for 14 years. The court also rebuffed the petitioner's argument that if homosexuality wouldn't be decriminalized, then the gay and lesbian communities would continue being stigmatized.
Every adult has a right to marry a person of the opposite sex based on the free consent of the parties.
The gay and lesbian group hoped the court would allow them to exercise their sexual preferences and add Kenya to the list of other African countries, including Seychelles, South Africa, Lesotho, Ivory Coast, Madagascar, Mozambique, among others that have legalized the practice.
Given that if allowed, it will lead to same-sex persons living together as couples. Such relationships, whether in private or not, formal or not, would be in violation of the tenor and spirit of the Constitution.
After failing to convince the High Court, proponents of same-sex unions, through their lawyer Paul Mwite, are heading to the appellate court for a fresh round of legal showdown with opponents of the practice.
Kenya should be in a frenzy mood now to thank God, and all the churches, all the religious bodies, including the Muslims and the Hindus, should come out to say thanks be to God.
God bless. God bless. Thank you.
Brian Okoth, Citizen TV.
God bless. God bless.